The following is a fan-based discussion. All properties discussed are property of Toei Inc., Bandai, Saban Entertainment, and Subaraya Productions.
Hi!
Jesus. Hi!
Hi.
Welcome back to... That's all, folks. Bye.
You two! Get back here.
I don't wanna.
You're back here.
The Tokucast Top 10 Show.
Yes!
Is that what we're calling it?
Yes, because this week we're doing Power Rangers Blacks and Greens.
Woo!
This is not enough for each color.
Although this is exactly how we did the Super Sentai one.
Because there wasn't enough for each color.
No, it's because they interchange.
Moving on. Blacks and Greens. Any honorable mentions?
Nope.
You had one.
Did he? All right.
It's been a long day. Remind me.
The Black Ranger from Power Rangers 2017.
Oh, yeah.
Zach.
Yeah, he's an honorable mention. Just because I thought he was a really funny character, but he didn't bring enough to the actual movie to...
Like, yeah, there was the whole thing with his mom, but...
That wasn't really explored.
That was much more of a C story.
He was much more of a C story, and he was more of the comic relief than anything else.
Yeah, well... Yeah.
Not as much as Billy.
Yeah, I was about to say. Billy was...
But Billy was the comic relief while also being a more interesting character.
So they were both comic relief.
That's not unheard of.
But yeah, that's our only honorable mention. Oh, number 10.
Number 10.
Tommy from Dino Thunder.
Let the hate flow.
He was great, yeah, but...
He wasn't there.
He won't there.
Which, we know why he wasn't there, but we're judging the character, not the actor.
In this case.
Yeah.
Yes, he just wasn't there.
Operation Overdrive, we'll judge the hell out of that actor.
Well, good thing he's not here. Yeah, he was pretty great. I liked, Tommy in that show was...
I mean, it's Tommy. Tommy's still a great character. It's just
he was a mentor.
He just didn't do much.
He wasn't there for a good part of the season, which is already short. So
you remember when he was invisible for a few episodes?
No.
Remember when he was just in suit for a few episodes?
This is after that.
That I remember.
Moving on.
Number 9, Xander from Mystic Force.
Xander was pretty great. He was hilarious in his own way, but Matt, you look so sad about that. But 2, he was much more like the second in command when Nick was off being sad and stuff.
He was also the idiot.
More or less.
He was the first one to try to get their magic codes the easy way and try to cheat. And he was always the one who thought talking to mindless monsters would work. Hi.
At the beginning.
I'm Xander. Oh, okay.
But then he did get a lot better later on in the show. Especially that whole thing where they end up losing their powers and then having to go to that other world.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty great scene. Xander was good in the latter half of the show after he actually grew up and stopped being lazy.
Number 8.
Yeah.
Number 8, we have Joel from Lightspeed Rescue.
Joe Rollins.
He was the pilot.
He was the pilot. And
what else?
He got the girl in the end. Plus, I liked him. He was He was the comic relief of that team.
He was also the token black guy.
He did a lot more. He was also the token cowboy. You forgot about that, didn't you?
I just never heard the term token cowboy.
Yep, that's a thing in this one because there are other cowboys in other lists. But yeah, I liked Joel. He was really funny. I love his actor. His actor went on to be in Dreamgirls.
Oh, did he?
Brother of Jennifer Hudson's character.
Oh, nice.
He can sing pretty damn well. And I liked his character. He was really, really funny. He was sort of the straight man in some cases. He was like, what the hell? Why are we Power Rangers? What is this? But I still liked his character. I loved his whole relationship.
The only time I asked that question was VL in that season. What the hell? Why are you a Power Ranger? What is this?
And his whole relationship with, I think her name was Miss Fairweather?
Yes.
And they got married at the end. That, rarely ever happens.
Mm.
So good for him. He got it. Number 7.
Carlos from In Space and Turbo.
Most of his growth was in space.
Just like basically every character who was in the latter half of Turbo.
Yeah.
But I liked him quite a bit. I love the whole thing where he really ended up doubting himself and doubting his place on the team, and then Abin had to come in and help him out.
I was just about to think of that, actually. Yeah, that was a very good arc.
Yeah, I really like that. Those, I think it was either 1 or 2 episodes. I think he did over a span of 2 episodes.
I think it was a 2-parter.
And, he really took command on some of the things they did on the ship. And I love the fact that he was a lot more active in that show. He was a lot less whiny than he was in Turbo.
Yeah.
Which is
saying something.
Everyone on this list once again. But But yeah, I really like Carlos. Carlos is just a fun character. I love seeing him actually go out and be able to do things without being in turbo. Number 6.
Number 6, we have Bridge from SPD.
Oh, Bridge.
I would do a handstand, but I don't want to break a table.
But Bridge was legitimately the fun guy. Buttery toast. But I love his whole thing. Bridge was great. He was much more the one who, not just an empath, but because of the fact that he could read others, energy. I love the fact that some of their things really do end up helping with the way that the show goes along. Mm-hmm. Like, they really took Jasmine's Esper powers and just gave it to everybody. But they don't explain it every episode, so I just forgot about them.
There was no narrator there every single
and to be
episode.
Fair, and I think the show forgot about some of them too. When was the last time you saw Sid use her metal hand thing?
That was the thing. But yeah, I really like Bridge. Bridge was hilarious. He was fun. He was adorable. And I loved his interactions with everybody else on the team. And I think that really just makes him stand out just that much more. Because he was, sort of that moral center at the end of the day, more or less. And Bridge really brought that team together. That helps a lot for his character.
He was the glue.
He was the butter for the toast.
Number 5.
Number 5, we have Riley from Dino Charge.
Oh, Riley. I like Riley.
Really?
Yeah.
You like Riley?
Riley.
Anyway. Riley brought a lot to the table. He was smart. He was a good fighter. But he wasn't the best person.
Yeah. We should have switched to him and Bridge.
But
now that I think about it.
But the thing is that Bridge brought less to the team but was a good person. They're kind of opposites of each other. I like that. But the problem is here's the thing. Bridge is an adult. Riley is a teenager. And actually looks like a teenager.
With an attitude.
So you have
that attitude is from Matt.
You got to watch him grow as a teenager. He got to be he had the bully that he became friends with. He had the bit where he didn't think Chase was trying too hard, but Keeper's like there's different ways to do things. So watching that growth, I think, is one of the reasons why I think Riley should be higher up on this list, because he starts somewhere and ends somewhere different. Bridge, not so much.
My favorite episode, and I think this because they didn't really do that many Riley-focused ones.
No,
that's purely because of the amount of characters they had in that show. But that episode where they got trapped in that building that was constantly changing, and he had to use math to figure out exactly how to get out of there. I was like, that's a really good an application of a practical skill, the thing that we learned in high school but would never use again. But
he used it again.
Yeah, just he used it, and I still really liked this character. Yeah. Riley was just great. Yeah.
Always a bonus for Marcus. Always another bonus for Marcus.
Moving on.
Number 4, we have Trip from Time Force.
Oh, Trip. Trip had a great
3-episode arc.
Doesn't matter, they were still amazing. Him dealing with...
Because he was born with a gem on his forehead. He was bejeweled.
He was an alien. But he looked human. And that really ended up playing...
Except for the bejeweled on his forehead.
That really ended up playing into, some of the conflicts.
That's all it takes, I guess.
Eric later on, when Eric was just kill all the aliens. But the Trip was like, I'm an alien. You're going to kill me too. And, that scene really ended up solidifying him as a character. That whole thing that took place.
It solidified him as a character. And then he went to the background and never got out.
That's a problem with Time Force, where you end up taking some things from Time Ranger and just don't use it. So, but I really, really like Trip as a character. He just, he stood out to me enough to make him just that much more. I really liked him, and I really wish they would have done more with him, especially in his later appearances. They really didn't do much with him in the Wild Force team up.
No, they didn't.
But
that's why he's not higher up on this list.
But I still liked him. But number 3.
Good enough to be number 4. Number 3, we have Chase from Dino Charge.
Because he's everything we like about Xander.
But better.
But better.
And
Much
he's
better.
everything we like about Riley. But better. Because you see him grow, he doesn't get sucked to the background, and he's not a terrible person at first. No, wait.
He is.
He is at first, and he gets better. Immediately. Reverse that. He's a very terrible person at first, but he gets better immediately because he's always put in check. Immediately. Tries to hit on Shelby. Shelby puts him in check. Gets a girlfriend, won't stop talking about him. Somebody goes, you're an idiot. And he learns, but he still does his job, and he's still a good ranger.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
I know, but I'm just saying. He's still a good ranger. which is why I'm glad he made it to the top 3.
Yay.
He's a great character. I like him quite a bit.
Number 2.
Also New Zealand.
Also New Zealand.
They took a trip there. I swear to you, they weren't there at first. Amber Beach is like located out in the middle of the ocean. You'll never know.
In like California.
They're located in Old Zealand. They went to New Zealand.
In the abandoned building district.
Which, to be fair, is in every town.
To meet an old man.
Number 2.
Number 2, Ziggy from RPM.
Oh, Ziggy.
Because the only one to question the reality of being a Power Ranger. Why is there a 6-foot fireball behind me?
That.
There,
We're
you
talking
can see
about
it. It's
that.
right there.
I still love the morph, and he literally looking at the smoldering ground. That, right there. It is right there. What the hell?
Ziggy was hilarious. And I loved the whole thing with his actual backstory. You know, he was a part of the mob. And then he ended up stealing from the mob to give to the poor people. Well, poor kids. And then the mob
Poor
tried to come
sick
after him.
kids. Poor sick children.
Yeah.
Were they also orphans?
Yeah, I think so.
Loved
Yeah, actually, it was an orphanage.
Perfect.
the episode where he actually ended up becoming green. And, you know, Tanaya was stalking him throughout the sheets.
She's on the phone. He's on the phone, and it's like, what is she doing? And she's just whistling.
It's just,
And he's like, she's enjoying this.
it's just like,
That was his literal line is, she's enjoying
one,
this.
his actor was great for that role.
Mm-hmm.
2, the writing for some of his episodes were just so good. I love the fact that in RPM, everybody got a backstory.
Mhm.
Everybody got something to go off of. And
Like
they
being
did,
Scottish.
they did a lot more with Ziggy at the very beginning of the show.
Mm.
And I think that's what made me like him that much more.
Because they had to justify him becoming a ranger immediately because everyone's like, no, this is stupid.
But he was still a great character,
Mhm.
and that made him just stand out as that much more. I love Ziggy in that show, and I cannot wait once again until we get to do the RPM
In comparison.
in comparison, because it's just going to be us lauding that show. Number 1, speaking of which,
Number 1 is Mike from Samurai. I'm
Ha!
just kidding.
number 1 is Dylan from RPM.
Yep.
Same reasons. Great character, great development.
The fact that he got
Great acting.
It was the show focused on a Black Ranger instead of the show focused on a Red Ranger.
Which ever so rarely happens.
Yes,
There wasn't even a battleizer in that season. That's how Little Red focused it.
yeah, that's true. I never thought about that.
Mm.
Yeah, he had a great story. The whole thing with him coming in, being Mad Max, and then having the whole
Being
thing.
half robot.
Yeah, and then the whole thing with his sister and him constantly being taken over by the Vengeance virus, and everybody panicking about that, and especially the whole thing with Tanaya. That just made his characters that much better. And, you know, him having false implanted memories and they end up going and, like, falling into traps because they think that he can really end up helping them, but it's not completely his fault. He just has memories that are being, you know...
Altered.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Still the moment he was taken over by the virus and he starts attacking everybody and they don't go, he's betraying us. No, they're like, okay, something's wrong with him. No
They're
one
not
was stupid.
stupid.
No one was dumb in this
They're
show.
not stupid.
Which is more of a testament to the writing of the show itself rather than just him.
Yeah.
But
But still, Dylan's great. I loved his character. I loved his whole arc. I loved his relationship with Summer. And I just really liked that entire show.
yeah.
Yeah. Those are our blacks and greens.
Blacks and greens.
Let us know what you think in the comments below. Did any of your people make their own list? Did they not make your own list? Those are fun to read. And, you know,
As always, like, subscribe, go join our Patreon. If you haven't. Patreon.
you should do it.
Do it. We will be adding a new show, exclusive show of your choice. We're going to have a poll or something.
Yeah, this time I'll go ahead and put out a straw poll.
Or just let us know what kind of show you would want to see on the Patreon. What kind of show do you want us to do? Because we're going to do the fan review if you're a pledge. But as always, go do that.
Unless it is a versus show.
We tried that already.
We are not doing a versus show.
We tried that. No one watched it.
But yeah.
You know what we're also not going to do? A science show.
That doesn't ever talk about science.
Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
everybody.